Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to make a collage with a pumpkin and an owl. This is a 2-day project. Today, the first day, we're picking out our background paper and we're putting our name on it. If you'd like to be fun, you can make a pumpkin around your name. Add a stem or something unique. Flip your paper over, and then with an orange piece of paper, you will make the pumpkin. Start out with something like this. It's almost like a flying bird shape. Then you'll notice I'm planning out where my next line is going to go, trying to make my pumpkin as big as possible. I'm drawing with my finger first, just so that I can be sure I want to make my line there. I'm using almost all of my paper to make my pumpkin shape. Before you cut it out, think about the ridges or the lines in a pumpkin. You can get out crayons to make some curved lines, adding detail and realism to your pumpkin shape. When you're done with those ridges, take careful note of your pencil lines and cut it out. Try to cut your pencil lines off this time and place your pumpkin at the bottom of your page. Ooh, look, do you see these shiny marks that I'm making with white crayon? These are called highlights. You might notice a few highlights in a real pumpkin where they look shiny or bright in areas, and a white crayon is perfect for that. Put glue on the back of your pumpkin and stick it on the bottom of your background paper. You know what we're leaving space for. But first, we'll add the stem. Pick out a paper that you think would go good for your stem and maybe some curly vines. I'll show you how. I'm placing my paper above my pumpkin so I can kind of see the size and shape I need, drawing it with a pencil, and of course cutting it out and gluing it. I'll show you 2 ways to make vines. The first is to cut a long skinny strip, probably of green. The other way is to cut a circle and make a spiral. Watch this. Feel free to try it both ways. This other way is just wrapping a skinny piece of paper around my pencil, giving it a squeeze, and letting it unravel, giving it a little curly cue and some details to your pumpkin. All right, boys and girls, who is ready to make an owl? You can do an owl a number of different ways, but I like making sort of an arch or a U shape at the top and a large U shape at the bottom with some points near the top of my owl's head. Then I'm going to cut it out, and I'm trying to cut my pencil lines off because I like this side of my paper. Once I have it cut out, I can place it somewhere near the top of my project. If your owl sticks off the page a little bit, that's okay. Just make sure you're paying attention to where you put glue. And I left a little space for my legs, of course. Can you guess what I'm making next? I'm even tracing my glue cup to make perfect circle. I folded my paper, so now when I cut out one circle, I will get 2. I'm making the eyes, of course. They're kind of fun to plan out and make silly. Remember, this doesn't have to look like a realistic owl. It's kind of cartoony. I'm going to make a little mask for my owl by gluing these pink eyes onto this brown paper and cutting kind of a big oval shape around it. Feel free to make your owl have some human features. Maybe it's wearing glasses, or maybe you put some eyelashes on your owl. Don't forget to glue on all your important features so you don't lose them. Some of them could be very small. A really fun part of your owl is making the wings. I use 3 fingers to trace, but I'm cutting out 2 pieces of paper at the same time. So I folded my paper in half and I found the open side. Then I loosely trace 3 fingers. That means I'm not going around my fingers exactly, I'm just using them as a guide. And this works out to look like a fluffy wing, one for each side of my owl. Now chances are your owl will definitely stick off the page, so watch how you are gluing those wings so you don't make a mess on your table. And now it's time to add some more details. Get creative. Maybe you want another owl on your project or another pumpkin. I made some grass. I can add things with marker, some details to my owl, and again, anything that you think might enhance your project.